Hey there friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and today was the finals of the Marvel Rivals Championship tournament in game that has been very interesting to watch. So I've been going through all of the different regions and platforms to see what the best matchups were. This one in particular is the America PC Finals, and it is 3-3 round 7 between NTMR and Mutate, and this one should be very fascinating. I'm excited to see how it turns out. We can already see that Hulk, Mantis, Luna Snow, and Hela are banned. Those are all very common bans. What's interesting though is when I was spectating the Asia region and then Europe as well, pretty much none of these characters were banned for the latter games. So seeing this as a normal ban meta, it was very, very interesting. So anyway, let's see how this game unfolds. It's been really back and forth overall, with NTMR taking the lead. They were up 3-2 at one point before Mutants came back, tied it up, and now we're in the final game. The team comps, we got Doctor Strange, Psylocke, Venom, Wolverine, which we haven't seen so far, Loki, and then Cloak and Dagger. Loki, Cloak and Dagger is interesting. On the other side, we got Strange, Cloak and Dagger, Star-Lord, usually what you see here, Venom, Psylocke, and then Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock and the Star-Lord combination could be very, very good with the revives. Two Venoms going back and forth. I love this Venom skin, by the way. It's so sick. That was a nice dive. Not able to get any picks. The healing is very, very good. That's an underrated skill. A lot of people don't climb out of there and get out of dodge well enough. We got Psylocke got a pick. We got Wolverine targeting. Wolverine against Venom is a very good combination. Like, Wolverine absolutely destroys Venom overall, in my opinion. Good defense so far, a full hold. The other team's gonna have to pull back. They haven't even been able to get one tick yet. Wolverine's got ult, is hiding. Star-Lord has ult, as well as Cloak and Dagger as well. I'm surprised they haven't used the Star-Lord ult yet. Especially because the other team is so split. I feel like you could probably get a pick before the Cloak and Dagger would be able to get a hit. There's the Psylocke ult. Adam Warlock is good against the Psylocke ult because you can bond, soul bond, and not take all the damage. He's going to die. There's no way he survives that. Yeah, so he just immediately respawns because the team gets wiped instead of reviving there with the cocoon. But what's interesting though so far is that I think the Star-Lord is holding his ultimate a little bit, because with how quickly he gets it back, you almost would like think he could use it and then try to start recharging it right away. Even if he gets a single pick or two, it could be the difference between them getting a couple ticks on offense, which is massively important if you are not going to be able to fully capture the point. There's the ultimate. Full block. Yeah, you got to avoid the Doctor Strange there. And the Loki with the invincibility. Oh, yeah, they were able to block that. That's where you gotta target players who are separate. So the revive there. We got the Psylocke ult. The fact that the Mutants are able to hold through this is kind of nuts, to be honest. Like, they haven't lost to anybody as of yet, and they're just full defending. That's a good ult. Yeah, that's a good ult. They are just absolutely rolling right now. It's just surprising. Oh, there's a double from Psylocke. There's a reason you see Psylocke banned a lot in a lot of these tournament games. Change to Captain America to get back to the thing. Okay, got the Venom. Hexa kill for the Psylocke is crazy. And they got the last Psylocke too. That was actually a crazy hold. And this is where I think using ultimates a little bit earlier is so necessary. And again, these teams are in the grand finals. They had 6 matches before this, so they're probably tired. It's been a long afternoon. It's just so interesting to see because you have these teams like kind of going back and forth, and it's going to be near impossible to prevent them from getting a single tick. Switch the Moon Knight off of the Psylocke, I believe. Yeah, I got the team up with Cloak and Dagger as well. Yeah, against these better teams. And then that Loki is insane. The amount of times they prevented deaths, although they just lost the Venom and then they lost the Magneto as well. Looks like. Oh, so they weren't able to stop. Okay, so what's interesting there is this, like right here. The danger is if you play too far off the zone. Yes, Moon Knight isn't supposed to be on the zone, but all they needed was the one tick, and you need someone on the zone as often as possible. So this is where playing Venom, Venom, you've got Star-Lord, and you've got the Moon Knight. You don't have players who are sitting in the zone. You need more defensive characters to hold the zone if you're trying to full hold there. Like we saw, Wolverine can stay on the zone, get a bunch of damage against the kills. Loki, better than Adam Warlock about staying on the zone because of the invulnerability. Psylocke is another one who can go invisible but stay on the zone in and around while they are defending. And so that's the tough part. That's where this one was a bit of a roll. Like, again, the two teams went back and forth the entire 7 games until this last one, and then ultimately they ended up getting quite rolled. The MVP was the Loki. His invulnerabilities were awesome. But you see, Doctor Strange was the winner here. 15-0. Their Doctor Strange was 1-6. That's really where it's not really necessarily indicative of how this Doctor Strange performed, I don't think, because a lot of it is like healing, team comp, all of that matters. But this is where it is very fascinating, because instead of Venom, maybe on defense you want to go a Groot there, or somebody who is going to hold the point. Again, you've got the Wolverine to contend with, but at least everyone there is able to hold down the fort if at all possible. But the healing numbers, like this is 4,200 for the Adam Warlock compared to 10k and 15k for the other team, is probably where the biggest difference lies. A big difference in damage blocked from the Doctor Strange as well, but that's going to happen when you're dying that often. And ultimately, yeah, pretty lopsided end, and not really one that I would have seen coming, because in the other Game 7s that I saw from the other regions, they were all very, very close. They went to overtime or were like really tight affairs back and forth, whereas this one, just an absolute steamroll Game 7. And that's going to happen sometimes, whether it's the characters that get banned, whether it is the team composition just working. You saw Wolverine was really doing well. Psylocke was absolutely insane, and you saw him pop off with that Hexa. And I feel like sometimes the pressure of being in that Game 7 of the grand finals can get to teams. I'm not sure if that happened, or if like after losing game 6, they just lost all momentum and could not gain it back. But again, this is what happens in tournament play, and it's fascinating for me to see. Again, I would not have expected Venoms on each team. I would not have expected the bans to be Mantis and Luna Snow from both teams, and then not see the like maybe a different combination for a team that's defending versus attacking. So very, very interesting. I thought both teams performed very well over the course of the tournament, obviously, to get to this point. And the margins are just so fine. I would imagine if these teams play again, the results will be a little bit different. And hopefully that does happen and we see that in the future. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video as always. Comment, subscribe. My name is Jopa. Have a good one. I'll catch you all later.